Solo Pro Series stop number 4 on Stockton Lake, presented by Godfather's Pizza. 4 locations around the Springfield, Missouri area. HAS Properties, income-based affordable housing, and Best Automotive. Stay tuned and enjoy the action.
You throwing a football head?
Yeah. Not that it really seems to matter, but yeah.
Yeah. Pierce, dude. Then pierce right off.
I've had 3 keepers in the last 3 days.
Whoa.
So keep hitching every tree that I can find. Seems like I haven't found them real shallow. The ones I've been catching have been anywhere from 6 to 10 foot deep. So I've been kind of trying to stick to that depth zone and keep grinding it out.
Had many bites?
Nope, not really many at all. But I was pulled out a little this morning. Trying to roll some topwater. Thought I'd come in and flip for a while. Hopefully I was hoping the sun would pull them into it.
Not really my favorite way to fish.
Too many targets, man.
Yeah, I need a little haggard. Fish love haggard. I don't know why. But maybe a little Skinner to work.
I said, do you do this technique a lot?
I would prefer to be offshore, but I do flip a lot, but generally not this time of the year. So we got too much cover right now.
What are you flipping?
This is just a beaver, 4.4 inch beaver. We're going to give him a little space monkey action. That's what we're going to do.
Chad Deaver's currently sitting in second place for Angler of the Year. Well, that's worth $1,000 provided by Championship Marine Repair. Chad makes a massive move on Stockton Lake. At the end of the day, throwing a jack-bait jig with the brush hog, targeting deeper main lake points close and near the dam area. flipping stuff?
Topwater.
Topwater?
Yeah.
Buzzbait, topwater?
No. Buzz jet. Fish I lost hurt me bad. It was a good one.
I flipped bushes this morning, and I had a limit at 8:0 by 8:05. But they were all just £1.5, 2 pound fish. So I went out to the main lake. I was fishing about 35 foot of water, a little deeper.
Ain't going smooth. Put them all on that right there. Just not a bad one.
I threw ChatterBait a lot. In fact, everything I'm bringing to the scale came on a ChatterBait.
Now, do you put a swim bait on the back of it, or do you just
Yeah, I do. I lost one that would have really helped. I mean, really helped.
Really?
Muttered up.
On a ChatterBait?
Yeah. That's my best one there, I think.
I threw a frog for, well, Wednesday, Friday, and yesterday, and never got him to hit that frog once.
Yeah.
Now my brother was throwing the frog, and he was getting something to blow up on it. I just had my best luck with that spook, and could get him to hit that all day.
Today, that's what you did?
Yeah. This morning when it was raining hard, they didn't want to hit it as much, but then as the day went, then once that rain quit, then the bite quit because the sun come out. But as soon as it clouded right back up, that topwater bite came back, and I ended up culling out a barely 15-incher, and then culled out another one that was about 15 and a half, all just in the last hour and a half.
Took you all day, so we had to leave you, and that's when you caught them.
Oh no, it took me till noon to catch one, or 12:30. 2 o'clock I had one. Up on one spot, caught one, hooked one deep on a Carolina rig, cut it off, threw him in the live well, tied a hook back on, caught a bigger one. Big old brownie.
2 on a jig and 3 on a grub. Try to keep over 15 footer low. There ain't much to them though.
Well, that's probably all you need just to hold on to that $1,000.
We shall see. We got double points at the next one.
Got 4.
Well,
4's better than none.
I was throwing a Crocker Gator, shaky head, 5/16 with a Zoom Magnum trick worm, green pumpkin blue flake, with a little spike on the tail. That is my spot.
Well, this morning the plan was to go flipping, and at 10 o'clock I gave up on that, and I didn't catch first fish till probably 12:15. It was about a 10-inch smallmouth, and 12:30 I caught 1 over 3, and then didn't have another bite till 2 and pulled up on a point. It just just one of them things, right place, right time. I mean, that's all I can tell.
A certain area that you knew of, you fished before?
We've caught fish there before. I just pulled up and went to fishing. And they
particular baits you was using when you caught them eventually?
Carolina rigging, a little French fry, and this little Strike King, whatever it is, little doodad, little chartreuse tap.
If you come back up tomorrow, what would you do?
The exact same thing. Go throw a Carolina rig all day. Because flipping didn't happen.
So I spent the last, 3 days down here, 1 day last week. Did a lot of flipping. I flipped millions of trees. Just couldn't catch anything good. Yesterday about 1 o'clock, I had just switched everything up all around and decided just to kind of move out from them trees, in that 20 foot of water, 15, 18 foot of water. And I'd use my Humminbird electronics to find these fish. And I spent yesterday afternoon just idling and put the side imaging on and put it to work and found these fish. Rotated 4 spots all day. And most of them came on, this is a Jack Baits jig, tipped with a brush hog. And then we had a few on a Strike King 6XD with a Crank Wraps white crappie. Both reels are Daiwa reels, throwing heavy line and just covering a lot of water and just pretty much rotating them 4 spots all day. And, scanning them every time, pulling up and catching 2 or 3 and then heading to the next one.
So did you catch any flipping at all during your practice or game?
I caught a couple. I caught a real good one last weekend in practice flipping. But that was 1 fish in 3 days of practice. I flipped, I kind of went shallow, frogging and buzz baiting and all that stuff early yesterday morning, afternoon, and then I threw everything out the door and it wanted to fish the way I like fishing, a little bit deeper power fishing, big line, big rods, and it panned out.
Down here last Sunday and started off fishing up shallow, and then I came down Friday. I fished shallow the whole practice trying to find that bite. I just couldn't find it. Everyone said they're catching them shallow, and I caught a couple keepers doing it, and I just couldn't find a good pattern doing that. But yesterday I went out deep with a football jig, and I could consistently catch fish, or at least get bit doing that. I didn't think I was gonna catch the fish that I did, but I ended up coming across some good ones today. But
are you targeting anything specific? Main leg?
I stayed on main lake and secondary points. I was kind of hoping they'd pull water today, and it seemed like they did, and they pulled yesterday afternoon, so I was, maybe that's what got them stacked on them points, I don't know. But it seemed like every point that I did find that had fish on it, I could catch 4 or 5. And I threw a 3/4 ounce peanut butter and jelly, and I could throw a green pumpkin trailer, pocket chunk on it, watermelon jelly. I threw several different colors, didn't seem to matter. I was just kind of hopping it on the bottom. What I did is I kept my boat in about 20 to 25 foot of water, and I paralleled the old bake line. And they seem to be right outside the bushes that are flooded right now.
So you didn't really catch any in the bushes at all?
No, I stayed out of them all day. I stayed out in deep water.